Let's get straight to the point. There are 3 ways for you to see the textures onto your model. The first way is by going to the shading tab. Do not go into the shading tab. You do not want to go into the shading tab. The second way is by clicking on this area up over here, and you will see something like this, which I already projected onto the screen because my computer is very horrible. I cannot show what it looks like. But the fourth way is by clicking on this button right over here, and you would see some, well, you will see this. If you don't see this, then go to this microwave over here and then change from EV to cycles. Don't care about lux core, that's a different thing for another day. Wonderful, you can see color, you can see all the texture on the inkling, but the inkling definitely doesn't look very correct. So what we need to do is change the nodes, the material nodes for the inkling. How do you do that? Well, first we're going to go into the shader editor. Go to this line over here. You see this line, the one where you can just like scroll in and out from there. From there, just right click and then click on vertical split and then put it somewhere around in the middle, and bam, you just split the screen into 2. Isn't that awesome? Now from there, you want to go onto the right side, click on this top left area, and then go to shader editor. Or if you want, you can do shift F3. But this go to many different type of areas, so you may want to do it a few times. What is this area? Why can't we get rid of it? Can we just do this? Yeah, sure, we can just do that. Or just press N. So once you split your screen and once you go into the shader editor, just go back to the rendered view. Do not do this. Go to the third view, this viewport shading. Yeah, sure, but that's what it's called. Wait, no, it's called material preview mode. Okay, use material preview mode. Do not use rendered view mode. Use material preview mode. Do not use rendered view mode. Rendered view mode is slow and material preview is faster. Unless you're like me and my computer is like so horrible, it looks like absolute chaos, then just use the rendered view. I mean, yeah. So why do some parts of the inkling look transparent and other parts look okay but also a little bit translucent? The reason is because there's something in the alpha channel. What is the alpha channel? It's this thing called alpha. Look at that. It's called alpha. What's the problem with it? Well, this is one texture that goes into alpha, which if we look at it, it definitely does not look like an alpha texture. It has color. You don't want to use that color for opacity, so just take it out of the alpha, and wow, you can see that, ooh, that's quite amazing. It's already finished. It's already great, and there's no more shading problems. And just do that for every single thing. Just go to every single model and then remove everything from the alpha. That's what you should do. But if you want to follow my method, then you can go ahead and follow it. But if you just want to use this one method and just quit to everything else, go to this timestamp. But before you go to the timestamp, I want you to do one thing first. Put the metallic to 0 and put the specular 2.5. Always remember that. Put these 2 settings, metallic to 0, specular 2.5, because that's the settings that you definitely need. What is alpha? Alpha means opacity. What is metallic? It means metal. What is specular? Don't care. So go to that timestamp if all you're gonna do is just get rid of the alpha and then put 0 metallic and 0.5 specular. But if you want to know a more extended method into, you know, clearing things like getting rid of this name, Bitmaptexture. But I mean, what texture is it? We don't know. It's called Bitmaptexture. We can't even tell what it is. I'll be showing you how to fix that. If you don't want to see it, go to this timestamp. Alright, start. First, select everything here and then delete it by pressing X. It's already showed on the bottom left. From there, put the metallic to 0, specular to 0.5, and then roughness to 0.5. From there, just press A and copy everything, and then just go to every single area and then just, you know, select everything, delete it, and then just paste it everywhere. Once you copy the principal ESDF and then paste it everywhere, just go to the file and then do clean up and then click on purge all. And then it'll tell you purging unused data block, 61 images, 1. Just click on it until it just says deleted data blocks. Now do it again, and it says, okay, we need to purge some more. Okay, and oh, no orphan data block to purge. Cool, we killed all the orphans. Now go to file and then click on open recent and then click your most recent file, which is the file you're on right now. Click on save, but if you don't have it there, just save it and then reopen Blender. From there, just go back into rendered view mode and well, it depends on which one you're using, and then there you go. Thank you for using the timestamp, or if you just sit through it because you're lazy and you don't want to use timestamps and you just want to learn extra information. Now let's get to the fun part, which is also boring, and that is importing textures. How do you import a texture? Do Shift A. Of course, my screen access is going to be turned off because that's how Blender works. Do Shift A, click on search, and then write down image, whatever, Ika or top here, and then from there just type in image texture, and there you go. You get your little node. From there, click on open and then go to whatever the hell your file name is called. If you can't find it, just go back to the Splatoon files folder, go find Inkling, and then click on female, and then click on images. Whoa, look, there's a little bunch of textures here. What do we need? We're gonna need body ALB. But before I import textures, let's talk about every single texture that you're gonna ever see. ALB is essentially basically the freaking main texture of a model. Just take the ALB and put it to base color. That's what you should do for every single model when you have an ALB. Just plug it into the base color. You also want to make sure that it's the correct ALB. You don't want to use the very different ALB. You want to use the correct ALB. So anyways, after that, just duplicate it by doing Shift D and then click on this little file area. It's called open file, and then open image technically, and then find a texture called RGH, and of course it's just gonna have the same thing. From RGH, just put it to non-color and then put it to roughness, because we're using it as value, we're using it as data, we're using it as math numbers. So we don't want to use color as math numbers, so we just change it to non-color instead of using as sRGB, which means color, and non-color means non-color. You know, because non-color it means square. After that, duplicate again and then go over here and then get your NRM. What is an NRM? NRM stands for normal map. What is a normal map? Have these videos. You can listen to it for yourself, learn it for yourself. They explain much better than I do. Trust me. Do this, add a normal map node, not a normal node. A normal node looks like this, and this definitely isn't what you want. Instead use a normal map, because that's how you use a normal map texture, and then just do what I do here. Why is it non-color even though it's color? Because we're using it as data, we're using it as math. We don't want to use it as color, use it as math. Non-color means math, please know that. And wow, isn't that amazing? We've already done 3 textures. Alright, what about the next thing? TRM. What is TRM? Okay, let's check right there. TRM, let's look at it. Oh, it's grayscale. It should be non-color. No. It should be sRGB, because we're going to be using this for translucency. What is translucency? You already know translucency. I'm pretty sure you went to school and you know what translucency is. So from there, just take it and take a translucency BSDF and then put this over here. And then from there, just take a add shader, put this over here, and then combine these two. Wow, it's a bit translucent. That looks quite good. But we want to customize this a little bit. So take a new node, call a mix RGB. And from there, put this right in the middle right here, and then change to whatever the hell you want. Let's say red, but this doesn't look very correct. So put the factor 1 and then put the mix to soft light. From there, just pick a very bright red color, or as you can do it, just put 1 red, if I can type it correctly, 1 red and a 0 green, and bam, you got yourself a full red, and that's just all you need. But if you look at our Inkling, it looks like the translucency is just too much. It's like it's glowing. So to fix that, we're gonna need to use a mix shader so that we can control it a little bit better. Oh, it looks much nicer, but it still looks a bit wrong. So duplicate your mix shader and put it down here, and this is what creates a little bit of a balance. And there you go, you have now set up the translucency shader. This is what it looks like. But wait a second, the skin looks extremely pale and very, very pale. To fix it, just go ahead and move this back, and then take another mix RGB node and put it right in the middle, change it to multiply, put the factor 1, and then type in FFDICC. What if you want to use another different skin tone? That's simple. I already have everything on screen. Just go ahead, take that. I already put it in the description as well. You can go copy it wherever you want. Before we go to the next model, we want to make sure that our body skin is set to 0.7 specular. Another thing, before we switch to another model, we want to check which one we want, which mouth we want. In this case, I'm going to be using mouth 3, which for the Inklings, it looks like, oh, it's just a happy, nice smile. But what about the rest of the things? We don't really want these, so where do we store them? Well, if you are very, very certain that you're going to be using mouth 3, then you can delete the others, or else you can just keep it, just in case if you change your mind later at some point. From there, just click over to your body shader, copy everything, and then copy it, and then go over to the mouth, and then just paste it right in there. Now it's time for the eyelids. What are the eyelids? The eyelids are basically the eyelids. Of course, put it to 0.7 because that's the skin. Remember, skin is always 0.7 specular because that's how skin works. Apparently based on Stuffles. I don't really understand, but okay, there it goes. Skin is 0.7 specular. From there, just go ahead and find the ALB for the eyelids and then just put it into the base color. It doesn't look very good. It looks like a bunch of white and black. Oh, maybe we can use this as a non-color. Yeah, I mean, you're fine, you can do that. So if you look around to your textures, you can definitely see that there is a texture called MLTA. What is MLTA? MLT stands for multi-texture. What is A? It's basically like just like zone A, zone B, zone B, zone C, all that stuff. So it's like multi-texture A, multi-texture B, multi-texture C. I don't know if there's a multi-texture C, but I know there's a multi-texture A and there's a multi-texture B. So from there, just go ahead and take a mix RGB and put it over here in the middle, and then take a element to put it right there, make a factor 1, change it to multiply, put in your skin tone, the original one for your body. And if we put it into the base color, wow, you can see that the Inkling definitely has skin over there, but it doesn't have any eyelids. So you might think, okay, maybe if I just put this over here with the same multiply, just put this over here in color 1, put in color 2, put this to sRGB to make sure it's not broken, and well, yeah, it looks about right. But honestly, what I like to do is instead put this to non-color, put this to mix, and then put color 1 to whatever the hell color I want. And wow, look at that, you can control whatever the hell you want with, for the eyelid colors. So congratulations, but keep it at black, please. You want to keep it at black. There's no roughness texture for the eyelids, but of course you can just keep it at 0.5 because, I don't know, it just looks about the same. Now go back to your textures and then you can find this thing called S. I mean, we got an ALB. What about the other ALB? Discuss S. What is S? What does S mean? S means, well, I don't fucking know, but just go ahead and take this and then put the color into alpha. You can keep it at sRGB or put it to non-color. It's fine. You can keep both. It both works anyways. So duplicate it again, find the NRM. I already told you how to make the NRM. Just take that in, take a normal map, put it over there, put it to non-color, connect it to this, connect it to there. Where do we connect it to? Normal. What does it look like? You don't need to care. So there you go. That's how you set up the eyelids. But of course, there's a TRM. How do you set up the TRM? I already told you how to set up the TRM for the body. Take a TRM. Of course, you want to check the textures. How do you check the textures? Just go over here to the top right to this like little 3-column thing, and then click on thumbnails. Wow, you can see what all the textures look like. Now you can figure out which TRM that you want to use. After that, just go ahead, take another mix RGB, put over here, connect this to here. I mean, it's all this simple stuff. I already told you how to do this, like, literally, seconds ago. After that, just go ahead and take the translator BSDF, put this over there, add an mix shader, add an add shader, add a mix shader, put another one, connect these two, and then connect this last one. Done you go! You already set this up. But wait a minute, Velopaxon, there's one problem that I've noticed with my model. The first thing is that the translucency is going over the eyes. What's the problem with that? If you ever get that problem, then you can take a mix shader, put it at the end. Oops. You can take a mix shader, put it at the end, take the alpha away from here, and then put it into there. And then just put this thing into the second area, take a not a translucent, but a transparent, and then put it into the first area. Or if you don't want to use this and you want to be more organized, take an invert, put it right there, and you can flip these two, KO. And that's how you cut out that area with the eyelids without much struggle. And why does that happen? Well, because it sort of fixes itself, but you don't have to care. You don't have to care. But if it actually happens, then you can do this, or if you're a little bit paranoid, you can also do this. It's fine, just do it. It helps make the result more better and less risky for stuff. But wait a minute, Velopaxon. Another thing is that my eyelids don't seem to be correct. It seems to be like very, it doesn't look correct. We'll talk about it. We'll just go in the comments. I already have a frequently asked question area. Just check your problems there. Eyes, what about eyes? Change the roughness to 0.17. Why? Because eyes are reflective. Look at your own eyes. They are very, very reflective. Put the specular to 1. I don't know, you can have as much specular as you want. At least it's over 0.5. Take an image texture, open it, find an ALB, and you're gonna find out that it looks like Splatoon 1 all over again. So how do we make it have, the eye color? We've already got eye colors for like Inklings. How do we put it on the eye color? Duplicate it, put it onto the top, and click on that, on the folder thing, go on TCL, take a search, mix RGB, put this in. Where does the TCL go? It goes to the FAC. From there, just change it to non-color because we're using it as math. And if we change it to whatever color we want, it doesn't look correct. Instead, just put to color 2 because for some reason the TCL just doesn't work correctly. It's supposed to be an alpha mask. If you don't care about what alpha mask is, but just let me tell you, it's supposed to be that. But I don't know why the guys at the mouse resource decide to use a TCL. Maybe it's more easier to work with. I don't know, but it's a bit. It's a bit easier to work with. Connect your NRM. There you go. You already set up your eyes. Well, look at that. It's a nice little shot of reflection. What about the eyebrows? Well, unfortunately, I can only help with the Inkling girl, the Inkling boy, the Octoling girl, and the Octoling boy, or even the sanitized Octolings. They don't have like a good texture. They don't have correctly ripped textures. They have the NRM, which is very useful, but they don't have like the other textures. So you're gonna have to be using them, doing them manually. So here's how you do it manually. You take your ink color, which I accidentally left in the eye, but don't worry, we can just do it whatever we want. Go up, find a very Agent 4E color. I like to keep mine around like the B area. From there, put the roughness to 0.333 because apparently that's what the texture is, or unless I'm just very stupid. And then from there, just you know, connect your normal map, and there you go. You've already set up the eyebrows without any problems. If you want, you can put the roughness to a bit lower to fit with your liking, but that's how you set up the eyebrows for the Inkling girl. Well, not the Inkling girl, but every other model. You can use these. You can use this method for every other model, in case if they don't have anything for the eyebrows. If they do have textures for the eyebrows, please check the textures. If they have textures for the eyebrows, use it, but if they don't, you can do this method and you can easily make some, you know, eyebrows. But what about the proper way? Why did I say that I'll only help with the Inkling girl? Because someone by the name of Jasper, I really cannot get in touch with her anymore. Jasper has ripped some nice models, well, not models, ripped some textures called, well, mouth text. Well, she called it mouth text because it's actually used for mouth textures. It's basically the actual textures that Nintendo uses, well, for the models, so it's literally the in-game modeled textures that's probably used. Congratulations, download it. It's only for the Inkling girl though. Set everything up and you got everything nicely done. If I select everything and then just put it into the mouth here, you can see that, oh wow, the mouth is already nicely done. But here's one little problem. What about the mouth for the other Inklings and Octolings? You know, the Inkling boy, the Octoling girl, blah blah blah. How do you set up the mouth without having, you know, these TCL textures, which are already nice with them? So, delete everything, well, except your NRM texture, because you want to keep that, and then import in an image texture called, well, you know, it's called err.jpg. Where do you get this texture? You don't. You just get it from a teacher called Stuffles. Where's Stuffles? I don't know. I really don't know. So from there, just put this into the FAQ and then put this to the base color. I'll already put this in a link, please don't worry. Put the ink color in color 2 and then put whatever color you want for the teeth in color 1. And yeah, I mean, I'm being serious. You can set everything, anything for like right here. By the way, please remember this: if you're setting up the color for the, like, you know, the theme color of the mouth, you would want to make it a bit darker, because that's how it's supposed to look. I mean, it doesn't look very bright inside your mouth, does it? But since we're using an Inkling girl, we can easily just do everything and just undo everything. Blah, 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 blah. So we have completed the skin, we've completed the eyelids, we've completed the eyes, and we completed the mouth and the eyebrows. What else is there? Well, there's also the hair, which I can already explain. There's also these other clothes, which are already easy explanatory, because I already told you how to use it, especially for the hair. But how do we make the scene look much more nicer to look at? Right now, it's just a light in some direction, and then it's a bunch of shadow. It doesn't look good. So go over here to Object, and then click on the go to Worlds. Now from there, input in an environment texture, and then click on Open. Click on Splatoon Fault, well, that's what I call it. Type in HDR and then click on Abandoned Parking. How do you get a HDR? Go to HDR Haven, or just watch this other video that will explain on how to set up HDRs in Blender. Please, it's very useful. HDRs are great. Of course, they're a bit taxing in render times. They take longer to process, but you at least get free lighting. Also, please delete your default light. Everybody hates the default light. Now, quickly onto the hair. What do we do for the hair? I already told you how to do it for the hair. So, if you followed everything that I've already told you so far in the tutorial, you're gonna get something like this, and it looks absolutely horrible. So what do we fix this? Instead of putting the ALB in color 2, put the ALB to color 1. That's how it works for the eyes for some reason. For some reason it's backwards. I don't really know why, but it's backwards. So remember, backwards is for eyes, this way is for literally everything else in the entire Splatoon world. What about the translucency? It looks... because it's not supposed to be red, it's supposed to be multiply, and then the color 2 is supposed to be the theme color of your, well, you know, the hair. What is the THC? We got THC, what do we do with it? Well, just change it to non-color or keep it as RGB, doesn't matter, and then just plug it into the FAQ. What does this do? Well, this gives you the effect that everyone's been wondering about. It's this effect you see right here on screen. I've been wondering as well, how do we get that? Well, that's what the THC helps with. So isn't it amazing? You've set up the hair and it looks absolutely, it looks great. But what about the rest of the model? You already know how to texture the model. So Philippecton, we don't know how to texture models. Yes, you do. I already taught you. ALB goes to ALB, RGH set to non-color, go to roughness, NRM is this thing. So once you texture everything, this is what you're gonna see. Of course, if you hear my microphone is a little bit different, it's because I had to go run an errand for a little bit, had to throw out the garbage. Anyways, I'm back, and you can see that, yeah, everything's textured. This is what you're gonna see once you finish the final result, which is I've already showed you at the start of the video. But how do you get these, these headgear? These headgear looks like this. Well, the first thing to do is we figure out what is an EMM texture. So another thing that you may notice is that over here is that there's an MTL texture. Just put it to MTL texture to non-color and then put it into the metallic. That's basically how you do it. So let's go back to the headgear. How do we set up the headgear? There are 4 ways to use an EMM texture. But the first way, well, this is the first way. The first way is by first putting it into non-color. By the way, 3 out of 4 ways the EMM is set to non-color. Please check the textures. If it's black and white, then use it as non-color, and then use something else as the emission. So with the EMM, you can see that this is the outsides of the the headgear. So we put it into here where one part is black. So basically, the reason why it was the black is because black is the area that we do not want to cast any light, because emission. Any color is what the emission is going to emit. So if it emits black, it means doesn't emit anything. That's how it works. That's how EMM works. Always set color 1 to black if you're using EMM as non-color. Now what about the MLTA? Of course we have an MLTA here, which is used for headgear, the color of the headgear. But because of how Nintendo works, because not Nintendo, but how everything else works, basically what you want to do is instead multiply it by like around 0.7 or something. As you see here, I just multiply by the ink color. You can use any fact, anything that looks close to in-game, because this is just normal. This is what Agent 4's one actually look like. It looks a bit reddish, and that's how it looks like. So yeah, that's it. What about the other second, third, and fourth ways? So this is the second way. The second way is by first, the same thing, EMM, non-color, into a mixed RGB, and then but the ALB is put into color 2. Now, yeah, this works. This happens all the time. And yeah, what's the hue saturation? Also, you guys might be wondering. Hue saturation, it's only there to it's to control like how strong you want the emission to be. I can set this like 100, and you can see that it goes like god bright. But you want to keep it at 1, or if you want, you can put it at 2. But I rather keep it at 1. So back to the second method. So this is how this is the second method of setting up an EM. Now here's the third method. The third method is only it only works for Agent 3 because Agent 3 is a jackass. Basically, you use color 2 as whatever color you want. It can be literally any color, and yeah. That's it. But for Agent 4 and many other models, use ALB into color 2. But if you want to use Agent 3, if you want to set up Agent 3, then yeah, that's your problem right there. Agent 3 is a jackass. Use that third method of EMM. What's the fourth method of EMM? Fourth method is literally just sRGB and then straight into emission, or you can put it into a hue saturation to control it a bit. And yeah, that's basically just all of it. Here's a picture if you actually need one. And yeah. So what about the ink tank? We already have the ink tank here, and if you look at this top part, it looks exactly like what everything else is. We even got this EMM. I don't know why this is elongated, but it's elongated. You can elongate how much. Yeah, you can just have that. But what about the glass? The glass, this is what everyone will tell you to do, but it doesn't look good. So just do what I have over here. Basically, all it is just, wait, let me set this up. Whee! Basically, it's just the glass NRM set into this principal BSDF, which you can see right down here, set to the normal. And I set the specular to 200, and then I just put it to this mix shader, put it transparent, so yeah, it's see-through. And basically, this gives that little plasticky, there's a thin glass, basically what I want to make. I want to make very, very thin glass, just see-through glass. Technically, what I'm talking about is just white stained glass. There's actually a proper way to make white stained glass. The thing is that I don't know how to make it, and I just use this method. Of course, it's fake glass, it's not realistic, but you can just go with it. Not everything has to be realistic. You can go some extremes. At least it looks nice. I mean, at least it looks quite good, you know? Hey, wait a minute, developer. So what about the level marker? Just delete it. I don't use it, and I don't think you'll ever use it. I mean, and I don't think people will even care if you use it or not. Just don't use it. If you don't want to use it, just don't use it. I don't use it, so it's not like you don't have to use it, but I just don't use it. This one thing I just want to talk about is rendering the scene. You know, if I press, some random button, you can see that, oh, would you look at that? It renders the scene. How do you do that? How do you render the scene? How do you make it from this glitchy noise shit to like this really nice high quality stuff? Well, in order to do that, you're gonna be doing something called rendering. And what is rendering? Rendering is the rendering. I don't know how to explain it. There's multiple videos talking about how to render, and there's even this video talking about like tips for you to like get better renders, but like reduce the render time. But here's the settings that I used. I don't recommend all of it. Please look at a more expert tutorial. You can leave right now. You can leave. You don't need the ending unless you just, I don't know, want it for some reason. Because all I'm doing right now is just talk about the rendering. You don't need this part. Skip to it. Rewatch the video again. Learn about the shading. Don't care about rendering. Care about it on a different, a different tutorial that makes more sense to me. So here's what I do. I basically go to this microwave, change it to cycle because that's what I always do. Sampling, I just change the render to like around 200. 200 is what I like to manage with. Don't change the viewport. Viewport is like how much you can see in here. I just put it 200 because I'm sad. You can turn on adaptive sampling. I don't really turn it on. I just keep it off. But you could use adaptive sampling. There's some tutorial out there that's talking about adaptive sampling. I don't care about anything advanced. Max bounces, I at least keep everything at least 50 below the render samples. Like if this is 200, I just keep this at 150. If I put this at 170, I mean it could work, but I just don't want to risk it. I just keep it at least 50 under. And then clamping, you want to put like at least some clamping, because if I go over here and show you the face, you're gonna notice that there's these white dots, these very, very white dots, but not only white dots, but these red dots, these very, very annoying red dots that you cannot get rid of. I swear. I always thought that it was the volume's fault. I really thought it was the fault of this thing right here, but it's actually not. It's that I don't have any clamping. So if you want to remove this, just put the clamping to like 0.1. That should be good enough. There you go. It's the problem fixed. You don't need to care. But I just put it at 1. I mean, it affects a bit of lighting, but who cares? Who cares? Better than nothing, you know. Caustics, I don't want to care about. These rests, I don't care about. Film, you can click on transparent if you want a transparent, a transparent background. And transparent glass is to make, transparent glass. Tiles, there's also performance. You can change this. What? You can change this to fixed, to change like to how many like threads of your CPU that you want to use. Just use auto detect if you're just gonna be rendering. For tiles, just change like I use 1616 because I'm using CPU. You should probably take this video. Explains everything. Progressive refine, you don't really need it. You don't need this. This is a bit of an annoying thing. You don't really need it. Spatial splits, yeah, sure, turn it on. Final render, save buffers, and persistent images. You don't actually need these two, but you only need to use them if you want to, if you want to render animation, then you can just do that. And yeah, you can just do that to render out animations if something is like modified. Bake, don't care yet. Color management, change from standard to filmic. This is what it used to look like back in Blender. Back in the old times of Blender, this is what it used to look like. Can you imagine? You can click on the look here and then change to whatever you want. Right now it's set to medium contrast. Of course it says none, but it's medium contrast. Some people like to use medium high contrast. And I mean, yeah, it looks cinematically, but I just don't want to mess around the contract. There's also exposure to increase the thing, gamma, which is the same, and then sequencer. Some people put it to filmic log. I don't know the difference. Probably document textures. There's also use curves, which is recommended for you to use. You really should like. If you know what you're doing, then use it, but yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be loads of fun. Anyways, so yeah, thank you for watching this tutorial. Yeah, I guess good night. It's like fucking 10 p.m. Good night!